Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this match preview for this upcoming League 2 fixture. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Harrogate Town, midweek, rearranged one. Let's get the video started. So guys, welcome to this match preview, Doncaster Rovers versus Harrogate Town. As I said in the intro, this is one of the rearranged fixtures. I think it got called off mid-December. It's been rearranged to the 7th of March. So midweek, looking forward to this one. Hopefully it's going to be a good game. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for the support. We're on our way to 3,000 subs. It is mind-blowing that we've got to that, so thank you very much for the support. I really appreciate it. If this video has brought you to the channel, please consider clicking subscribe so you don't miss any future content. There will be a match day vlog coming up tomorrow evening, hopefully before midnight. But yeah, if you are new to the channel, this is a format that we go through match previews. We'll look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form in all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player just to say a few words about, and then I choose the opponent's one to watch, so who I think is a key or danger man for Harrogate Town. But as I always say, you know your club much better than what I do, so please in the comments down below let me know who us Rovers fans should be watching out for in tomorrow night's fixture. And then we'll finish the video off with three predictions: the predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub, the predictions league table, me and the family do that all season, so there's an update on that, and then the all important score prediction at the very end. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. There's not a lot to say in previous meetings for Doncaster versus Harrogate. No competitive fixtures played between the two, so nothing to judge it on, but I have put the one friendly in there, which was in 2021, 1st of August, where Rovers came out victors 3-2 at Harrogate. So one game to speak about, one victory for the Rovers, but I don't think we can really base any sort of judgment on this fixture on that friendly. Two very different teams back then, so yeah, anybody's game in this one. It's going to be a tough one to call, so yeah, it's strange not seeing a history between two clubs. So history will begin tomorrow night, where we play our first competitive fixture between each other, and hopefully Donny come out on top, in my opinion. Obviously if you're a Harrogate fan watching this, you'll want the complete opposite. So yeah, looking forward to making a bit of history tomorrow with our first competitive fixture. On to current form, it's difficult because Rovers, we won 3 on the bounce, and then we've lost 2, and then we've stopped the rot on Saturday with a 0-0 draw at Stockport. So hit and miss, very inconsistent. Harrogate on the other hand look fairly solid, but struggling to win games at the minute. 4 draws out of their last 5, with a defeat sandwiched smack bang in the middle. But the draw for us on Saturday is something that we've not seen much of this season, and like I say, it stopped the rot, 2 straight defeats. So yeah, it was nice to see us not fall to another defeat, which I thought we would do at Stockport, a very good team. But for me, we need to be pushing to be better. The board said, and I've said it so many times on the channel, bounce back decisively. We'll currently sit 13th in the table. We're not a million miles away from playoffs, but it's about as undecisive as you can be in terms of bouncing back. We're lacking any sort of attacking threat, and I don't know if it's down to the system or it's down to the players. There's something not quite right. I know we went on three straight games where we won and didn't concede. We scored goals in that, but something's just not quite working over the last 3. We don't seem to take the game to teams at the moment, and I'm not sure why. Harrogate, they've had some positive results recently, so we can't underestimate them, but I think we need to approach this game positively, and I think we need to press. But it's been a very poor season in my opinion, and it just seems to be petering out a little bit. On to Harrogate. Harrogate are starting to gain valuable points in my opinion in their quest to stay in League 2. Getting good points against Stevenage, Salford, Crewe, Grimsby, Northampton, and most recently against Gillingham, who have turned a bit of a corner since their takeover. And a great win up at Carlisle in recent weeks too shows that the no mugs at this level. These points that they've earned have kept them in 21st, just out of the bottom 2. They're still looking over the shoulders a little bit, but they're 6 points away currently from 23rd Crawley. so it does give them a little bit of room, a little bit of wiggle room. 6 points is massive down towards the bottom end of the table. No two ways about it though, they will be fighting for their lives tomorrow night. So like I said earlier, we can't underestimate them due to the league position, because if we do, I think we could become a bit of a scalp for them, let's just say that. Moving on to the player profile for this video, I've gone with Harrison Biggins, 26 years old, central midfielder for the Rovers, came in from Fleetwood in the summer, and for me, big improvements have been seen from Harrison since Danny Schofield came in and became Doncaster manager. At the minute, he's just coming back from injury, so he's just getting back into the team, but like I say, there's been massive improvements. Different player from when McSheffrey was here to now when Danny's here. Just seems to be getting about a little bit more. He's got on the score sheet a few times as well. Hopefully we see more of that in the coming weeks. But for me, I think we need him to be a little bit more creative, get the strikers involved a little bit more. But there is a lot expected of Harrison defensively too. He's a box-to-box midfielder, bags of energy. But yeah, hopefully stays fit, gets on the score sheet a few more times and gets a few assists, because it'd be nice to see everything clicking where it's not quite happened over the last couple of weeks. But yeah, hopefully this is a game where Harrison can control that midfield, be creative and show the better side of his game. Moving on to the opponents one to watch. So as I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than what I do, so please in the comments down below if there's somebody else who we should be watching out for in tomorrow night's fixture. But for this one, I've gone with Jack Muldoon, 33 years old, centre forward, 35 appearances this season, 4 goals and 6 assists. Now, he's not the top scorer at Harrogate. There's a couple of players on 6. There's a player on 11, I believe. But for me, I think creating goals is just as important as scoring them, and Jack is the top assist maker at Harrogate with 6. So I think if we can snuff out his creativity, then we've got a good chance of keeping another clean sheet, which would be fantastic. And I think if we keep a clean sheet, you're more often than not going to win a game. We just need to put it in the back of the net at the other end. So yeah, I think nullifying the threat that Muldoon provides will give us the best opportunity of coming away with the 3 points in tomorrow night's fixture. So for me, the one to watch for Harrogate tomorrow night, Jack Muldoon. Onto the predicted team lineup. So this is thanks to FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Plenty of features to get your teeth stuck into, and I have gone unchanged from my prediction last time against Stockport, but it would mean changes in the lineup which faced Stockport at the weekend. So I've gone Mitchell in goal, a back three of Oluwu, Nelson and Anderson, Tommy Rowe on the left, James Brown on the right, with Ben Close and Harrison Biggins in the middle. Ben Close started on the bench on Saturday. I think we missed him in the first half, so I'd like to see him back in the squad. Molyneux and Hurst on the wings supporting the lone striker. Obviously Lavery was on against Stockport. I prefer Miller. I think his energy and his work rate is something that we can't leave it on the bench. For me, I think we need to be providing him with clear-cut chances and more of them, so that he's got an opportunity to put them away. I think he's working so hard and getting 1 or 2 chances and expected to put them away. I think we need to be creating more for him. So yeah, that's the starting 11 that I'm predicting for tomorrow night's fixture. Might be right, might be wrong, we will see. Onto the predictions league table. So me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game this season. Get it spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome right but not the scoreline, we get 1. Get it completely wrong, no points. And I went with a defeat. Chris and Max went with wins. My dad went with a draw. So he pulls a point away. He went for a 1-1. It was 0-0. I'm still miles away. Had an absolute mare this season. Rock bottom on 11 points. Dad in third on 14 points, and Chris and Max fighting it out at the top on 21 points. Yeah, I've given up on this one, but I will still predict my score lines for every single league game, and you never know, I might go on a decent little run. And that takes me on to my score prediction for this one, and I've got confidence coming into it. Like I said, we can't underestimate them. I think if we do, we will get stung. Hopefully we approach it correctly in the right manner, and take the game to them and show what we're all about. I think if we do that, I think we'll come away with the 3 points, and I'm going with a comfortable 2-0 win. It would be nice for us to keep a clean sheet. We will see if we can. But yeah, hopefully, like I say, take the game to Harrogate tomorrow, and I think we'll come away with the 3 points. 2-0 to the Rovers. And that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you've enjoyed it, please stick a big thumbs up on the video for us. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.